Hello again. I am about to fall off this chair. So, this preview is about the movie called The Menu. So, before I tell y'all about the preview, the movie, before I tell y'all, discuss how I felt about the movie, I, as a consumer, I don't understand why movies. It seemed to me that movies are based off of real live events like Jeffrey Dahmer, and we all know what he did. And it seemed like, even though that I'm assuming he's still in jail because I didn't keep up with it, but the people like that, they end up in jail, but they make movies off of it, of what this man did or what other people did before him or what people did after him. They make movies about it. So basically, and they do like little hints, like they say, well, not this movie. They'll say, well, it'll be in a movie. It was another movie I seen it in, and they were saying, well, you can come over here to this country, you can get exotic food, whatever you want. And they was, eating humans and stuff. So that type of thing. So I don't understand that. And I'm not for that type of stuff. And as far as the review, The Menu was good. And the guy from, I wish I should have Googled his name because I really like this dude. He's a very good actor. The girl that played his girlfriend, she's a good actress too. But he's not a veteran as far as I know. He's only been acting for like maybe 15, I'm going to say between 15 to 18 years old. So 18 years, not years old. So anyway, he's plays the boyfriend, and he brings her along on this thing. Now keep in mind that he already knew what everybody was come to experience. He already knew. So this chef that kept going like this, I said, what the hell? Like, what is wrong with this dude? Why he keep every 10 to 15 minutes he would like, what the hell? And when he did that, everybody, you know how Chef Ramsay is. So everybody, when Chef Ramsay, they'd be like, yes, chef. And they all say it in unison, which is creepy as hell. And every time he did they will all stop and look at him. And then once he said, do the hand thing, they would respond. They would go back to what they were doing. But the island that everybody went to, it was so exquisite. But then everything just start going to the left. Everything start going to the left because the guy, which was his top chef person, no, because what's under chef? Sous chef. So he was saying, I thank you for your many years, blah, blah, blah. And he said, the guy started crying. So I said, oh, man, it's about to start. Because, again, this was a slow start movie. So I'm like, Dad, where the action at? Like, when is somebody going to get killed? And don't get me wrong. I'm not a violent person, but I'm programmed. I feel like I'm programmed to be like, oh, when is somebody gonna get killed, or when is I feel like that because this is how I was raised. It was like, okay, I don't want bad stuff happening to me, but I love watching it happen to other people. So the sous chef walked over. They had came out, his other coworkers. They had came out, put plastic all on, white plastic all on the floor, and put flowers and stuff around it. And the chef had they had like, I'm going to say like a 15-course meal. So each meal was something different. So the first 5 was no problem. Nobody got killed or anything. But that fifth, it was either the 5th or the 6th one. That's when the dude, he was saying, thanking the sous chef, and you've been with me, blah, 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 all this time. And the dude walked over to the plastic, shot himself in the head, and just died right there. And they wrapped him up in the plastic and packed him into the thing, and they chopped his body up and ate it later. Like, these people are nuts. Like, how can you eat another person? Like, how? Like, it's bad enough we eat animals. Animals are so cute. It's bad enough we eat animals. And even though we don't eat cats and dogs in this country, they do it in other countries. It's a delicatessen. So I just can't see that. And that's one of the reasons, not the main reason, but that's one of the reasons why I said I don't want to eat meat no more. And I can't date anyone that don't eat meat because I don't want to be tempted. Just because I don't eat meat no more, that don't mean I don't like it. I love meat. So, and there's all types of meat, but I can't do it. And I want to live for a long time, at least till like I'm 90, 95. So that's my I'm giving myself. It looks like I know it. Yeah. Okay. So the menu. So after the first guy got killed, every meal after that, somebody was getting killed, and then by the time they got to number 9, I think he took everybody outside and he told the men. I think it was like 4 or 5 men left. Not the people that worked for him. I'm talking about the people that came on the boat. So he said, I'm giving y'all a 10-minute head start. And when we find you, we're going to kill you. So I said, Dad, this dude is bold as hell, right? So they all ran, except for the guy that I was telling you that I can't remember his name. He was in, it was a zombie movie, and he fell in love with this girl. He was a zombie, and then he started slowly coming back to a human. That was the movie that he was in. So he's a very good actor. But anyway, he's the only one that didn't run when the chef was like, you better run, because when we catch you, if we catch you, we're going to kill you. So the chef was like, you need to run too. He was like, me? He was like, yeah. So of course, everybody got caught. And the guy that was the last one to get caught, they gave him some type of fancy dessert. Now, keep in mind, I love eating food, and I know other people love eating food. And when you go to these fancy restaurants, I just have to throw this out there. When you go to these fancy restaurants or exclusive restaurants, I ain't talking about the ones that do that type of stuff that they was doing in the movies, but the stuff that they was bringing out, it was like a leaf or parsley thing, and it was like how you supposed to what? Like, I'm not a bird. How am I supposed to feel nourished? And he was telling, and people was asking him, 1 or 2 people was asking him, was like, I'm not getting full off of this stuff. And it was just crazy. It was just crazy. I couldn't take my eyes off of it once the action finally started. I couldn't take my eyes off. So I was happy about that. But I just was like, man, I just can't do it. I can't do it. So I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But long story short, they brought the men back, and then he told the dude from Deadly this dude from the zombie movie, he told his girlfriend to come into the back, and he told her to go and get a barrel from the barn or something like that. So he had 2 sous chefs. So the second one was a female. So she followed her, and she was like, I don't want you to take my place. So she tried to stab her in the barn with with a barrel and stuff was at. So she killed her. She leaves the body there. And surprisingly, nobody said anything about this girl missing, because I was waiting for him to say, well, where my sous chef at? He ain't say nothing after that. She just came back, sat down. And while she was back there, before she came back, she found this type of secret room or something. And she saw all these pictures of him. And something in these pictures helped her escape from this place. So anyway, back to the rest of the movie. So now everybody's still sitting there. The women are crying because the other lady that worked for him, she came out with her story, and she was telling all the women that the chef tried to have sex with her multiple times. She kept telling him no. He kept coming back trying to have sex with her. And then the chef said, go ahead and get your revenge. So she just pulled a knife out, stuck him in his leg. I was like, damn, like, this movie is vicious. So then they hugged each other, and it was like all copacetic. I was like, okay. So anyway, she had already told I think it was like 4 ladies left, or 4 or 5. She had already told them. Judith Light was in there from the what's the name of that show with Tony Danza. She was in there, and she looked terrible. Oh man, her face. I was like, I hope that's makeup, because she really looked so bad. But anyway, and this is my first time seeing her since that TV show too. So anyway, she's telling all the ladies that we are all going to die tonight. The chef, all his employees, and y'all, we all going to die tonight. So I said, damn, these people is bold. Like, they don't even care about people feelings. And I didn't see anybody like falling out. I didn't see anybody like trying to get. One guy did try to run and get out of there. They killed him, of course. And they were all locked into this restaurant. They all was locked in there. So that John was crazy. So the girl that had the boyfriend, he told him, he whispered something in his ear. He called him up to the front in front of everybody, whispered something in his ear. He left, took off his jacket and everything, his suit jacket. He went in the back. So nobody saw him ever again, except for the girl. When she was going to get the barrel, she saw him hanging. So I was like, oh, snap. Because I was thinking that he was like the long lost son of the chef or something like that. That's what I was thinking, because that's the, you know, they was inching toward inside the movie. But anyway, so the girl, he was like, you know, he was like giving everybody a speech, and she was like, excuse me, I'm not satisfied. So I was like, yes, finally somebody speaking up, because I like, why would you want to die? You know what I'm saying? Especially like this, with the hands of somebody that eat people. So she was like, I'm not satisfied with the, you know, the services I received here. So he was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, I'm not full from the food that you gave me. And he said, well, what do you want to eat? I have everything here. She was like, I would like a cheeseburger with the fries. I want all the trimmings. And that's what the hell he brought out. She ate. She only took one bite. And she said, can I get it to go? And he gave her a to-go bag. She was the only one that walked out of there alive. Everybody else, they was pouring gasoline around them, like in like a type of flour type situation. When she left and got on that boat, all you could see was the explosion. I was like, I can't believe these people sat there and let this dude set them on fire. Like, that's crazy. And they paid, I think they said, it was either $1,500 or $2,000 for a ticket to get there. But back to what, before I stop this video, back to what they were saying about the guy that he made him hung himself. He was telling him in front of everybody, you knew what was going to happen. You knew that everybody was going to die tonight. And you let your real girlfriend, you broke up with her on purpose, and you brought this girl, who, by the way, she was a prostitute. He said, you brought this girl knowing that she was going to die tonight. And that's probably why he let her go after he made the cheeseburger for her. But, oh, man, I think it's going to be a part 2, because she made it to the boat, but she was just sitting there. She didn't, like, go anywhere. She was just sitting there. So I was like, yeah, I think it's going to be a part 2. So, oh, man. Man, now my legs are stiff. I'm going to do the next review standing up, and hope y'all having a good day. Don't forget to subscribe.